morning, everyone. As always, there's always a kink in the systems. We're working out some audio issues in the background, but I don't think that should belabor the point or prohibit us from getting things started. So for those who I haven't met, my name is Leonard Spicer. I'm the Executive Director of the Newark Housing. And I want to welcome you to Terrell Homes. I'm sure a number of you all have been here over the years. I'm sure a number of you all have worked with our residents and our tenants in the community at large that have serviced Terrell Homes and has been called Terrell Homes home. Right? We wanted to bring everyone out because, as you all know, this has been a labor of love, 4 to 5 years in the making. And as you can see behind us, there's actually buildings going up, which will allow us to bring the families back here and to begin to reoccupy the space that is habitable for everyone. It's part of the fabric of the community, providing the services that the community needs. So we wanted to take this opportunity on a beautiful spring day in early March, if you don't often get, for us to be able to come together, look at what is happening, have conversations about what is going to happen in the future, and welcome everyone to what will be and what is happening here in the city of Newark. I'm not going to talk long, but I do want to make sure I shout out to the outreach. Let's see. Joseph Albert. Okay. Wave to you. Mr. Jennings, the Executive Vice President of, here we go, nice to see you this morning. We have Carlton Lewis from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. We also have Mr. Howard Cummey, the Director from the Newark Field Office. Councilman Silva, thank you for coming out this morning. Of course, Mayor Baraka, and all our esteemed councilmen, public representatives, and guests. We're going to thank you all for coming out. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Joseph Alford to give us a couple of remarks. Tell us how things are coming along this morning.
Thank you, everyone. First and foremost, my job's easy. So people think that the hard work. But I want to thank all our partners. Seriously, as you all know, interest rates and cost of construction and everything, these jobs are not easy to do. We couldn't have asked for better partners. Newark Housing Authority is very different from most of our partners. They're really in the trenches with us on construction, on finance, on every aspect, tenant relocation. They're a great partner. The City of Newark and the administration, under the mayor's guidance, has really helped this project. This project has HUD involvement, state, federal, city, and the City of Newark is a spectacular partner in the job. We want to thank you for all the approvals to make this happen. Can't really mention the NHA. We're not talking about Danny Vasquez, she's over here. She was literally, I think, opening one of those Easter things. I said, now you can say you've done every single task in the whole project. Finance to helping set up and manage everything. We have some partners on the ownership and development side. Greater Newark Partnership, John Abramos here, and other people from Greater Newark. Great local partners. We've been in Newark since our company since 1990. We're mostly in the South Ward, and John's group has been watching over this area for decades. Brian Heeger, I don't know if Brian's here. He's from DeVerney and Brooks. Great financial partner. They do HUD work around the whole country. And locally in the state of New Jersey for the Aspire credits and for bonds, Monarch Housing's here. There's a siege, but also Sharon Levy's worked on this project, and it's very complex financing. Talking about our financing partners, New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency is floating the bonds for this. They are a great partner. The EDA is here. I think, I hope I don't misrepresent, the very first Aspire closing and the very first Aspire construction start. It's a $1 billion project. Dan's here. I hope I didn't misstate, but We are very proud. And if we're not the first, we're one of the first two. But we're really getting a head start on everything. It's a $1 billion program, 1.1 billion that the state has put out for this. And it took a while to roll out, but I think this is going to be a transformative program for the whole state of New Jersey. And I take my hat off. It wasn't easy. TD Bank is our construction lender. They buy some tax credit equity. I don't know if anyone from TD is here. They've been, again, a great partner through all of Essex County for us. We have a great design team. When you start seeing the design of the building and the landscaping and all the other things, we have Thriven Architects, Steve Schott, Mary Johannes over here. They've done just an amazing job. They were on this project before us. They were at the tenant meetings and then the discussions on what this project would look like. This is only phase one. This is only relocating the seniors back. But there's a whole plan for the whole area that we hope to run with the housing. Grant engineers here, they do all the civil work. Most of that stuff I don't understand, but they're doing a great job. Somebody has to help us through City Hall, and Jen Terrell Perez is here, and things like pilots and all the other things, planning board, Jen's invaluable. The guys on site today, level 10 are here. Matt Esposito, I mean, they are spectacular general contractors. Esposito Construction also does the site work, and it's very challenging. And you see, through the winter, we're working. A lot of companies tell you you can't work in February and March, but Esposito and level 10 especially, they just get through any hurdle, and they've been great. You see, we're doing the sewer work. We're going to help this whole area with your infrastructure also. It's not just for this one building. What we're building out there with the housing authority as partners is going to help the whole area. I'll end it now. Lastly, I get to stand up here, but Samantha Hennessy's in the back. She always likes to stand as far back as she can, not be recognized. But she's worked with everyone, and she really is the face of the Alpert Group on this, and the reason why we're here today. So, Executive Director, thank you, and we hope we live up to your expectations of the department. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Not going to have Mr. Jennings come up?
Yes.
Good morning. Executive Vice President, NJ Economic.
Yeah, thank you. So on behalf of our board and our CEO, Tim Sullivan, we thank you for inviting us to participate in this celebration. We are thrilled to contribute to this partnership and this project through our Aspire program. The Aspire program was created as part of Governor Murphy's Stronger and Fairer plan, which seeks to grow the state's economy while ensuring that communities and residents benefit by that growth. The program, which has received tremendous support by the state legislature and our state legislative delegation here in Newark, requires residential projects to reserve at least 20% of their units as affordable. To date, our board has approved 12 residential projects, and that's since March of last year, including this project and several other 100% affordable projects. Together, these projects will modernize and create more than 1,300 units. I want to single out my colleagues, Deirdre Malloy, who is point person on this deal, and Kevin DeSchmidt, the program's quarterback. We look forward to working with partners in this audience to support future phases of Terrell Home and more projects like it. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words. Is Director Lewis with us? Carlton Lewis, I think we just saw. Okay. Well, Mr. Go next. Okay. Well, Mr. Cumming, would you like to come up and say a few words? Okay. Okay. So HUD is going to defer for now. So we'll have Councilman Silver, if you would come up and speak a little bit.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to thank all the partners. I want to thank our mayor. I know he's such an advocate of affordable housing and taking care of our seniors. I'm humbled to be the East Ward councilman for the last 19 to 20 months, and Terrell Holmes was a big part of my career in Newark Police. We had a tremendous relationship with the tenants for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for Easter, for Mother's Day. We were here in the community room over there, and that special bond continues today. It's my job to make sure that their legacy, the people that lived here 50, 60 years that are no longer here, that somehow their name is not forgotten. They never gave up on this place. It's gone through some difficult times. The most recent during Hurricane Sandy, when the entire area flooded, and those people stuck here. They stayed here. They fought for this place. And I want to make sure, as the representative of the East Ward, that those names and those people are not forgotten. This is going to be a game changer for this area. The East Ward prospers, but the city of Newark prospers as well. And I think at the end of the day, we owe it to the people that live here and that want to come back here to make sure that this place looks as beautiful as ever. So thank you again to everybody who was together on this and made sure that this day was possible. Thank you.
And of course, if we could have the Honorable Mayor Rocca come up and give us some words. This is your vision, your impetus that has spurred this on. So please do.
I'm gonna stay right here.
No problem.
Yeah. So first, I just want to thank the Executive Director, Leonard Spicer. He's come on and has hit the ground running, doing incredible work in a very short period of time. Welcome to Newark. We appreciate you. It's a tough city, tough things, large hurdles that we have to overcome to create what we need to create here today. Before we move forward, I just want to first have a moment of silence, because along the way we lost people who are not here, who started in this journey with us. A long and contentious, sometimes argumentative journey. We didn't always see, everybody didn't always see eye to eye on where we should go, where we should end in this place. But if everybody could move back into a place that looked like that, then it's all been worth it. So I do want to have a moment of silence for, and folks know what I'm talking about, just people who've lost their life along the way. Thank you. And really, those folks' spirit is still here with us as we figure out what's happening here at Terrell Homes. Terrell Homes is a representation of many of our housing projects across the city of Newark, as we called them growing up, the projects across the city of Newark, and what needs to be done, and how we need to invest in them, and why we need to turn them into spaces that look like this. And all of the time, it's always going to be like this. Most of the time, you have the tension between people who've lived here all of their lives and the idea that there needs to be change, that we need to transform our city into things that look like this, because I believe we all deserve a beautiful place and a beautiful community that's safe and wonderful, and a place we can raise our children in. And that's what this looks like it's going to be. And I believe under Director Spicer, it will actually become that. And there are a lot of people who would love to come back here when that happens. And as Councilman Silver said, we need to make sure that that, in fact, is the case. And I think when that happens, we're able to break bread and say, there was a long fight, but God was good, because God is always good. So we want to say thank you to everybody that participated in this, from tenants to community activist organizations, to developers, to the Housing Authority, the folks on the city side, to everybody who started this journey from the very beginning to got us to this point. Just thank you for everyone, no matter what your idea was, your perspective, your point of view. Our attention, our fighting is what got us to this day, because nothing good comes easy. And so this is going to be a great and incredible project. God bless Terrell Homes and the residents of this community, and I pray that when this building is open, everybody gets to come back and walk through these incredible doors. Thank you.
I was going to come up and say a few words afterwards, but after that, I'm not going to. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this was a labor of love. It's something that has to happen, something that needs to happen. It's something that is happening. We look forward at the Housing Authority to continue to work with our partners, continue to working together collaboratively, so that what's happening, how it is happening, what the future looks like. As things change, and inevitably things will change. No one envisioned COVID in 2016, 2017. We first started having these conversations. And we'll come back to the table and make sure everyone is aware, to make sure the transparency is here, to make sure the stakeholders, the families, the people who live here are not forgotten in the process that has to happen. But thank you for coming out this morning. We do have refreshments, so I encourage you to please partake in those refreshments. At this time, I will take a step back and ask if anyone would like to close us out.
Yeah, as a historian in the city, right? Now, one day I called Congressman Series, and I said to him, because Terrell Holmes, Mayor, you know, there's no one wanted to talk. And often people at Terrell said, look, politicians come around, and they come promising. And I brought here Congressman Series, councilman of the East Ward, Old Avenue. And we went into one of the apartments. I said, how can you live in these conditions? I said, Congressman, everything looks great. People here, it doesn't look great for them. And I was commenting to the mayor before that there needs, in these spaces, there needs to be adult daycare for young people, because it's a development. But, you know, we can't treat the housing like some reservation. Correct? We got to treat this like it's for the people. And we got the designers, this is what you designed where you will live, not what somebody wants to create. So again, thank you all. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Silva, to the Housing Authority. I still hope the chairwoman of the Housing Authority, Norma Gonzalez, who continues to work hard, and her commission. Hey, listen, we're not perfect, but we're going to get there. Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out. I'd be very remiss if I did not point out my employers, the Board of Commissioners, Chairwoman Gonzalez, Vice Chair Logan. We have Commissioner Washington with us, as well as Commissioner Mohammed. So please, thank you all for coming out. Thank you for the work that you're continuing to do. With that, thank you for your time this morning. Mr. Lewis.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a great day in Newark. This is a long time coming. And everyone who knows HUD knows that our responsibility is to help to build and maintain fair, safe, and affordable housing. When this development was started, that's what everybody wanted. That's what everybody was concerned about. I know the former councilman, 30 years ago. In the back, we have our new public housing director, Howard Kumi. Want to stand up and introduce yourself, Howard?
My name is Howard Kumi. I'm the new director for public housing here in Newark. And previous to this, I was over at Irvington, helping out the Irvington housing.
And of course, you all know our former public housing director. This is the beginning of something great. The last time I was here, I met with some of the people who lived in this development, and I heard the promises that we were going to build something great here. This is definitely something great. And we need to thank the mayor, the housing authority, and the people who lived in Terrell Homes for putting up a strong struggle, a fight to build what we need and what we need more of. Fair, safe, affordable housing. HUD is committed to it, the Housing Authority is committed to it, and we look forward to seeing more of the same. Thank you.
All righty, 3, 2, 1.